All right. Shalom, family. It's the brother Zachariah coming back to you with another lesson. But first and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders of the nation of Israel. And shalom to brothers that's out here on the highways and byways, man, enduring the elements, making your body a living sacrifice to seal the elect. To you sisters out there that are listening, learning, and applying the word, being obedient to your husbands, tell you shalom as well. All right. I'm going to try not to be too long with this lesson, just straight to the point. I'm going to call this lesson, The Most High Dwelleth Not in Temples Made with Hands. Yeah, the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands. Because reason I'm saying that is a lot of people put their faith in these so-called churches, but Yahweh doesn't dwell in them, and to prove that, I'm gonna go to the book of Acts 7, chapter 7, and I'm gonna start at verse 48. So give me a second as I pull it up. It actually don't feel too bad out here, but it's going to get cold pretty soon. I was actually going to do a lesson on, just being careful. I might just mention some things at the end, but, they got some areas that are going to get hit with blizzards and stuff like that, and they're going to be in, the wind chill will be in like negative 40, 50, some places 60, and that's cold, man. Like, as soon as you step out, you're going to get hit with frostbite. So, y'all should really be careful, man. I know you brothers, man, y'all be hard on brothers about being on the highways and byways, but be smart. Yahweh's not going to have you out there, freezing to death, and stuff like that. Be wise, If you can do lessons indoors, you do those, or whatever, or whenever the weather passes, you can get back out there. But, some people be like drill sergeants in this thing trying to condemn brothers. And it might be a brother living in Florida and he's in pleasant weather, so he can say that. And then there's brothers that's, as soon as you step out. I did a lesson last week, and I'm telling you, like, man, the weather, like, I couldn't wear my gloves because I'm not able to, go through my phone like I want to, pulling up these scriptures. And, man, I'm telling you, when I got home, man, my hands were literally froze, man. I could not even really move them, and they was in, like, so much pain, and they was, like, real red, too. So, you just, like, you want to be careful, man, with this weather. And it's not making no excuses or nothing like that, but, just be careful. But, all right. Let's see. Here we go. I'm going to start at verse 48. This is Acts 7 and 48. How about the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands, as saith the prophet. Heaven is my throne, and the earth is my footstool. What house will you build me, saith the Lord? Or what is the place of my rest? So yeah, he's telling you that heaven is my throne, and man, the earth is his footstool. So, they build these churches and think like, Yahweh dwell in them, and Yahweh's not dealing with these churches. And because, what most of these Christians fail to realize is that you are the temple. You really are the temple, And to prove that, I'm going to go to 1 Corinthians 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verses 16 through 17. By the way, I got a new garment on today. I don't know if y'all can see it really good. The water to that brother, man. My brother actually got this for me, man, and got it sent over to me. I received it earlier, So I tried it on, and I'm like, you know what? I told him, I said, man, I was thanking him again earlier, and I said, man, I'm going to wear it to the lesson tonight on the highways and byways, man. Just, grateful, to have brothers like that, and it's truth. It's such a blessing, especially what I was dealing with, about a month or so ago, and, stuff like that can have you all, feeling some kind of way like, dang, people don't, brothers are not being brotherly and all that. So it's good to have, brothers like that around you and stuff like that. Because I've always been a loner anyways, but it's good to have brothers, especially in this truth, because it's all about really us coming together, in truth, of course, not just everybody coming together, but, the brotherhood, man, the real brotherhood. But here we go. 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verses 16 through 17. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God? See what I'm saying? You are the temple of Yahweh, man. And the Spirit of God dwelleth in you. See what I'm saying? It's not about them churches. And this is right here in 17. If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy. For the temple of God is holy, which temple ye are. So, and that's going, defiling your body is like, doing all kinds of things to your body, eating abominable foods and all this stuff, doing all types of harm and stuff. You are the temple, so you need to take care of yourself, and so it's not about these churches, which the main reason for coming up with this topic wasn't really necessarily just the churches, but what sparked it was my mother had posted something on her Facebook. Like, she's still today and she's in a Christian church. Now of course, me being when I woke up to this truth, first person I went to was my mother. I told her about it, and she bucked up against it, and she's been bucking up against it ever since. But she knows that I'm serious, because at first I think she was taking it as like, a joke. Like, oh, this is something that'll phase out or whatever. But I've been going strong, and if anything, getting more stronger in this truth, you know what I'm saying? Learning these scriptures, bringing out information, and sharing it with my family. You got some that are listening and taking heed, Some might be afraid to really, like, boldly, share, like they are in agreement, because they worry probably what others would think. I've never been that, because, my family never really rocked with me like that anyway, so I'm always been, like the black sheep of the family, so it's, me, I don't care what people think. What sparked this lesson, like I said, man, she is in a Christian church. She ended up sharing a post of the church that she goes to. She lives in Des Moines, Iowa, and the pastor of that church, he shared a video, like a church ad, and they're promoting the the jab, about getting it. So, man, it just kind of like rubbed me the wrong way. It's like, man, these churches, and I've seen videos and stuff, and how some churches have the signs out with the letters, they might be saying, they have some kind of quote, fancy quote or whatever, trying to lure you into the church. Well, and they'll have on there, go get the jab and everything. They've been using it to do that. Well, he comes up with this ad, man, and
98 million. That's a formidable figure. Close to 100 million people have contracted COVID-19 in the United States to date. But consider this. Nearly 650 million doses of the COVID-19 vaccine have been administered in the United States. If not for the vaccine, proven by science to be safe, many, many more would have succumbed to the virus. Consider getting vaccinated or your booster. For more information, call Christ Apostolic Temple at 515-265-4070.
At the same time, a lot of these so-called churches, they got that 501c3, and if you know anything about that, man, the government really is in control of these churches. That's why they don't preach about certain things. And it's always prosperity and everything with these churches. So, I've had countless experiences in these churches to where and just seeing how people, act, so-called Christians act, it's just like, wow, and you just kind of like, you see, especially when you're in this truth, like now more than ever, why the church was never for us. And it's just really, it's a stronghold on our people, holding them back from the truth. So I've seen so many so-called churches pushing this, which goes against the doctrine. And it reminds me of this scripture right here. Give me a second as I pull it up. This is in the book of Jeremiah, by the way, chapter 23. And this is verses 1 through 3. So give me a second as I pull it up. Yeah, these pastors, these so-called pastors, they got a lot to answer for, because, you luring our people, man, into taking this thing, and that's a lot of blood on your hands, man. You're gonna have to answer for this. All right, here we go. Starting at verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord. Therefore thus saith the Lord God of Israel against the pastors that have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing, saith the Lord, and I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries whither I have driven them, and will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase. But that's the elect, that he's bringing out, because 2/3 of our people, man, they holding on for dear life for Christianity. Man, they'll fight you over it. You tell them his name, the Messiah's name ain't Jesus, and they be ready to box with you, So, it's crazy that a lot of these churches, man, like I said, they are promoting it, pushing it, through videos and everything. Matter of fact, I got a few articles that I'll throw into here real quick, just to show you, man. Man, we're in some crazy times. Okay, this is the first article. This one came out back in April 20th of 2021. But the headline of it says, how churches are influencing vaccine decisions. See? And it goes on to say, people often look to their faith leaders for guidance on big decisions. Who to marry, how many kids to have, whether to change jobs. These days, parishioners, I don't know if I'm saying that right, are asking another big question. Should I get a C-19 jab? The answer San Diego faith leaders give could impact when we reach herd immunity and the severity of future outbreaks. Many are actively encouraging followers to get vaccinated, get the jab. They're including the message in sermons, hosting information sessions with scientists, and helping people book jab appointments. Even sometimes jabbing congregants on church grounds. See? And I got pictures on that too, by the way. I'm going to show you. But others, most notably, some local megachurches are avoiding discussing the jab at all. And KPBS identified one evangelical megachurch, Awakening Church, that is taking clear anti-vaccine stance. It is the same church that's been the source of significant outbreaks, and that county officials have called out for its flagrant disregard of the C-19 health order. See, man, but just because you're in these churches and you are against it, it's good that you are, but he's still not dwelling with these churches. He's not dwelling in these churches. He's not dealing with the churches. So, you got to come out of it all the way. You can't be, 1 foot over here and 1 foot over there. You got to come all the way out, because he's not dealing with them churches, man. Here's another article right here. Leading Ideals is the name, I guess, of this article. This one came out April 13th of 2021. It says 5 ways churches can play a critical role in vaccination efforts. But I'm not going to go into the 5 ways. It was something key in here that I wanted to read, but I'm going to go ahead and just read this part of this article. It says the Washington National Cathedral recently partnered with the nation's top health agencies to host an event focused on the important role of churches and religious organizations play in encouraging vaccinations against the C-19 virus. Well-known experts such as Dr. Anthony Fauci and Dr. Francis Collins spoke out the importance of strengthening the relationship between religions and science to expand awareness of the jab. The event highlighted a number of ways of clergy and congregations can help fight the C-19 pandemic in their communities. And then this was the quote: churches can use their formal and informal communication systems to connect people to vaccines and encourage people who have been jabbed to share their testimonies with those who are hesitant. See what I'm saying? Man, it's crazy. My. Yeah, these churches, man, are something. And like I said, it's a lot of blood on their hands. And you notice in the article who was in it. They show the church and it's Jake. You got Jake all up in there, and you got Frauchi in there. You know, some people call him Frauchi. It's funny, man. Actually, it's not funny. It's sad, but man, boy, oh boy, we in some times. All right, I got a couple precepts I'm gonna go ahead and go into. Give me a second to pull them up. I got several of them. I'm going to go to the book of Galatians, chapter 1, verses 8 through 9. So here we go. But though we or an angel from heaven preach any other gospel unto you than that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed. As we said before, so say I now again, if any man preach any other gospel unto you that ye have received, let him be accursed. Man, hey, that ain't part of the gospel. We ain't supposed to be pushing that stuff. You know, Job 13:4 said, ye are forgers of light, you know, physicians of no value. Come on now. Man. These so-called leaders, man. Shame on them, man. Shame on them. Alright, I'm pulling here and pull up my next precept. We're going to go to the book of Jeremiah. Let's see. Yes, the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23 and verse 21. Give me a second. Get it pulled up. Alright, here we go. Jeremiah 23, verse 21. I have not sent these prophets, yet they ran. I have not spoken to them, yet they prophesied. So, you know, Yahweh has not sent these men. You know, these men that are pushing and telling you to go get it. He's not dealing with them. It's not right. Alright, I'm getting ready to pull up my next precept. This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 11, chapter 11, verse 4. Alright, for if he that cometh preaching another Yahushua, whom we have not preached, or if ye receive another spirit which ye have not received, or another gospel which ye have not accepted, ye might well bear with him. So yeah, you better beware of these people, man, that are bringing all this other stuff, you know, these other doctrines, another so-called saviors and stuff like that. You know, like people are preaching Jesus, and we know that's not his name. His name is Yahushua. Going back into the language that was spoken, which is the Paleo-Hebrew. There's so many precepts. This was one that a brother, because I had posted this on my Instagram, and a brother, beloved brother, man, he's always posting precepts, man. Good, diligent brother. Yeah, he had added this, and I was like, oh, I gotta add this to the notes. This is, I was thinking about this one, but I was getting, like, I had a bunch that I had put down. This is a good one. Isaiah 8:20. To the law and to the testimony. If they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. There ain't no light, man, in these so-called pastors, these so-called ministers, these people that are pushing in these churches, man, telling you to go get this jab, man. It's crazy. You know, these churches, man. He's never dealt with them. He ain't dealing with them. You know, if anything, they're just set up to deceive our people. It's a stronghold on our people to keep them from receiving the true gospel, you know. But you can find that, man, you know, with the men on the Lord who are on the highways and byways. They're all over these social media platforms, and you know, especially YouTube, doing the lessons and stuff like that. You know, brothers are posting information daily, man. You know, and the spirit was on me to do the same. You know, ever since I woke up, I got excited, man. I just started doing the same as brothers, you know, just following suit, you know, into my life. I'm grateful for this truth, man. When I woke up to knowing that, you know, I'm an Israelite and this truth, and man, this is the greatest thing ever. This is the best news, everything, man. You know, and you can't take this for granted, man. You know, because our people are stuck in these churches, and they, you know, like, not only that, she got, you know, she took the jab, and hold on, make sure. Okay, it's still going. Not only that, man, she took the jab, and you know, she got boosted. My brother was telling me, man, that she took the kids because, you know, my mom adopts and stuff, and she helps raise kids that are less fortunate. And she took these kids, man, and because what they were doing over there in Iowa, they're actually they were like, if you know every person you bring like a child, they trying to get them children boosted or jabbed and boosted. She said every time they'll offer you $25. So she kept taking them kids up to get it. So I think they got boosted and everything. And I'm like, that's crazy. So like literally, like out of my siblings, like the close ones, like from my mom, it's just me and my one brother. Like everybody else done took it. They done took the jab, man. But me and him, and he's like, I'm not getting it. I don't need it. And he said, I'm beyond, you know, not to get my son as well, because he has a little boy, man, my nephew. So I've been on him and telling him about this Israelite stuff. You know, he's subscribed. I know he's checking my channel out, checking my videos. So man, I'm grateful that somebody, one of my siblings, man, you know, didn't you know, take that poison, man. But like I said, I don't want to ramble too much on, man. There's a lot of blood on the hands of you pastors, though, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua gonna get you. He's gonna get you. You know. I'm gonna go ahead and end this lesson, though. Here on with Revelations 18:4. It's a beautiful scripture too, man. Yeah, I dealt with a lot of stuff in that Christian church, man. I still can't believe that boy threatened me like that, man. But I'm telling you, these Edomites, man, they don't like that, man. They don't like to see that. And they always try to play matchmaking in those churches. Like, it was funny that they was trying to hook me up with this sister, this Eve. And this Eve, she had like 5 kids. And they was trying to, like, y'all make a good couple. They wanted me to get with her, but they was hell-bent about this Edomite chick, man, trying to get at me. They didn't want that. Like, she was single, didn't have any kids, and they didn't want that. But they want to put you with Eve that has like 5 kids. So I'm like, man, I don't know if that's different baby daddies or nothing you have to deal with, which I don't mind getting with the with kids, but you know, it's like when you understand, like now more than ever, you know, it's like, man, you know, even back then I didn't want to really deal with that too much because you deal with these baby daddies come around and different personalities and people, you know, and they might try to threaten you, be crazy. But yeah, they try to do a lot of that. And that's why, I don't know if y'all know, you know, the biggest divorce rate is in the, you know, as far as these religions, Christianity is number one. There's so many divorces, man, in there, it's crazy. But here we go, Revelations 18:4, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, that ye receive not of her plagues. And that coming out of her is not just like Babylon, and you know, it's also, you know, you can go into like the churches and all that, you know, her philosophies and things like that. But yeah, her church, you know, coming up out of these churches is part of coming out, so you don't receive none of her plagues. Because some of the plagues is what you staying in the churches with happening. You going to get jabbed with that stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna end it there. Lord willing, this was edifying. I know I got the rambling on with, you know, one of my testimonies, but I'm gonna go ahead and give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders of the nation of Israel. And shalom to you brothers and sisters until the next episode.